Let's move on to our last and final team. Do I
Doop
even need to give
doop
you a
doop
hint?
doop
Let's
doop
see if you
doop
remember who's
doop
left.
doop 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 doop.
What are you doing?
You're such a Euros. We're going to Philly.
Is that like a
Doop.
Philly song or something?
Oh, bro, are you kidding? How are we doing an entire MLS history series and you don't know about Doop?
I started following in 2015. What do you
I
expect?
literally like you make me so angry.
You think I just study MLS history in my free time?
I literally send you these things. You should be.
I don't look at what you send me. Come on. Philadelphia Union. What a team to finish this up on. Philly are currently 2-1-4, 10th place in the East. Highly disappointing season so far for Philly. Top player for me, I've got Gazdag.
Top player for me, I've got Gazdag, but only when he's not in my fantasy team. Whenever he's in my fantasy team. So
That's fantastic. I love that. Okay, good. I'm glad we're in agreement. Most impressive player. I think we're gonna disagree on this one, so why don't you kick it off? Who do you got?
impressive player, I've got Joaquin Torres.
Yeah, I figured that.
Very, very for a guy that I was not sure about coming into the season, how he was going to fit, how he's going to work with the team. Very impressed with his usage. Now, again, not super impressive season so far, but he's done well in the roles that he's been put.
Yeah, that's I think it's a good shout, honestly. He was my number two choice for this one. But I'm going with my own propaganda here. Going for Andres Perea. Super small sample size. He hasn't played a lot of games, kind of similar to Torres. But when he has played, he's played really well. And that includes 3 goals in all competitions so far for Philly, which I think puts him like close to, if not the top goal scorer for Philly this season. Which is surprising because that's not exactly his style of play. I think he's more of a defensive midfielder. So I think he's been a great addition for them. I think him and Torres both have been fantastic depth addition pieces. I think it's really just been the starters that haven't been up to par this season, and maybe that's partly CCL. I think we'll be able to tell once that's all wrapped up. But my least impressive player, I went for Mbaizo here. I feel like Mbaizo, since he's been in Philly, has been a little bit underwhelming. And from the numbers that I was seeing from him this season, they didn't look great. I mean, Philly's known for the last couple seasons of being rock solid defensively. And this season, they've conceded 9 goals. From what I saw, it looked like Jack Elliott and Gleesnes were pretty like they seemed like they were fine. They're definitely not at their best. Um, Same thing with Kai Wagner. So I figured, it's probably coming from Mbaizo. And when I looked at it, his defensive numbers didn't look great on FBref. So I went with him.
I think we both were expecting a lot out of Jack McGlynn this year, and I think he has been pretty under. We talked about
Wait.
how with the rotation and the CCL, he was going to have a big opportunity to make this spot his own, raise his stock, all this good stuff. And he just hasn't taken. He's been super underperforming and he's been meh. He's been mid, right? So young, lots of time to improve, but for now, that's where I'm at.
It's a bit harsh. Hasn't really been given a chance yet this season. Again, like 30-minute substitute appearances.
Well, that's my point, right? He's had this opportunity, hasn't taken.
Anyway, um, let's move through this part pretty quick. Underachieving,
They're
obviously.
completely overachieving, you're right.
This is the point in the show where I will not tolerate your stupid, sarcastic comments anymore. Underachieving. We both have underachieving. That's fantastic. Go team. My question for you, is it worth it to slump in the regular season to potentially succeed in CCL?
Yeah, 100%. That's a stupid question. The You go to CCL and you win CCL, you go and play against the best teams in the world. You drop CCL to go back to MLS and be good in MLS, you just get to go back and play against the best teams in CCL. So absolutely worth the drop. 100%.
Well, there's no guarantee that you win CCL. So you could tank
You were
regular
just asking
season.
me if we tank to go at it. Yeah, it's worth it. Because great. Now you're gonna make me go back and say this. What happens if you finish dead last in MLS, right?
Oh no. We're not doing this at this point. We're not doing this at this point. We're so far into this episode. I'm not doing a pro rel discussion this deep in. Not doing it. And
Then
therefore I
that's
will
my
not
point.
answer your question.
Then that's my point, right? Just turn around and try it again.